Bulldogs, SHS BNN coming at you with some tips and tricks to help you study. Compiled by Sarah Johnson, Brennan Rogers, and Philip Scott. Our first tip is about your study space. We want to remind you to clear away the clutter. Keeping your study space cleared of clutter can help you to improve your study time. An unorganized or messy study area can be a huge distraction. Make sure that you keep your space clean. We also want to remind you about the importance of taking frequent breaks. An important aspect of studying that's often overlooked is a study break. Taking a pause to relax while studying is essential because it gives your brain the chance to rest, which means you'll be more productive. Next, we recommend having a virtual study group. Studying with friends is often more effective than studying alone. By helping others to understand the material, you'll be thinking about the concept more deeply. Do you have some tips and tricks that you want to share with us? Tweet them at us at SHS Bulldogs News on Twitter.
Welcome to SHBNN, and here we're going to talk about some laws that you didn't know existed.
I'm Logan, and this is
Cavern.
Cavern's going to help me display the laws using our little toy cars here. One of the first laws, which is very important in driving, is no texting and driving. Don't text and drive. And if you do, this is what happens. Exactly. You will die.
But you knew that law existed. Give us a law that we didn't know existed.
All right, here's a law that you did not know existed. You can't shoot any game, like any animals, from a moving automobile unless it is a whale.
Yeah, so if you see a wild whale running down the street, you can kill it. So
yeah, you can shoot it from your car. So yeah, don't worry about that one. Another one. It is illegal for a woman to call a man for a date in the county of Dyersburg. Yeah, in Tennessee. And then, let's see, we got another crazy one. It is illegal to use a lasso to catch a fish.
Wow. See, because, I've always wanted to do that.
Use a lasso to catch a fish?
Yeah, it's illegal. So
it's illegal. You also can't sell hollow logs. Like logs that are hollowed out, I guess.
Wow. Oh, yeah, well, that's kind of cheap, though. That's just trying to,
Yeah, like make money, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. What do you...
Okay, so... If you're walking down the sidewalk, your mouth gets a little, salivated, and you want to spit on the sidewalk, you can't, because that's illegal.
You can't spit on the sidewalk.
You can't. And so, another law you didn't know existed is if you like to play pinball on the weekends, with your dad or something, if you're not 18, it's illegal.
Can't play pinball unless you're 18, nope.
All right, well, that's all we have for you today. I'm Cavern.
And I'm Logan.
And this is Laws You Didn't Know Existed.
This week's College of the Week is Austin Peay State University. Austin Peay is a 4-year public master's level university with more than 62 majors and 108 different concentrations. Prospective students need a GPA of 2.85 or higher and an ACT cumulative score of 20. Austin Peay has a total of 11 residence halls, 10 on-campus dining venues, and over 130 student organizations. They have 350 programs and activities for students and over 580 student leadership opportunities. Austin Peay offers programs on a number of campuses as well as online. The main campus is the Clarksville campus. To learn more about Austin Peay, join a Zoom info session by clicking on the QR code.
CRC Sports News. I'm Cameron.
I'm Ryan.
Ryan, what did you expect to happen before the game? I know we know that the Bucks won, but before the game, what was all this talk about Green Bay winning, and why was it such an upset?
So, I think it was such an upset because the Tampa Bay defense is built perfectly for the Green Bay offense, but I fully expected Green Bay to win.
Yeah.
So I was shocked. I wanted Green Bay to win. So I'm kind of upset about this.
I mean, a lot of people did. Like a lot of people thought Green Bay would win. You know, it was just kind of the debate wasn't even really about Green Bay winning. It was more about the Chiefs and the Bills. Who was going to win that game? That was kind of the debate. It was kind of like, well, Green Bay's going to be in the Super Bowl, but everyone doubted the old Bucks, and they came through. Tom Brady, Kansas City won against the Bills. Do you think Patrick Mahomes was ready to go back?
I think he was. I don't think it was necessarily a concussion that he had, but he cleared concussion protocol. The only thing that was worrying me about that was maybe his foot injury, because he did suffer a foot injury in the first half against the Browns. But I mean, I think he was ready to play overall.
Speaking of that, predictions on the Super Bowl.
Predictions on the Super Bowl. It's a hard game to predict. You have the veteran Tom Brady, who's been in 10 Super Bowls, like I said. And then you've got the young gun Patrick Mahomes, who is coming fresh off his first Super Bowl victory. So, I mean, both quarterbacks have been there. But I'm gonna say the Chiefs win just because of the Buccaneers' defense and experience.
I can agree, because Patrick Mahomes is going to attack that like no other.
Yes, and I don't think they have anything. They don't have anything speed-wise to cover Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce is a monster at getting open in the middle of the field. So I don't think there's any way that the Buccaneers defense can really stop those two.
Especially if they get going.
Yeah, they can limit them to under 100 yards, but then again,
I don't even know if that would happen.
I mean, Mahomes has so many weapons that the Chiefs' offense is.
They're stacked.
Yes.
And I don't know. We'll see. What score predictions though? If you think Chiefs are going to win, how much?
I feel like it'll be a shootout. I feel like neither defense can really succeed in this type of game. I'm saying Chiefs 34-27. I think.
I was thinking, like you said, shootout. I mean, like you said, no defense. They're not even really going to be focused on defense, honestly. I mean, they obviously, yes, you will, but I'm saying, like, their main focus is going to be on the offense.
Right. I mean, when you have two of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now, and
going head to head,
arguable top 5 wide receivers on both sides, it's bound to be an offensive-minded game.
Even if that's not even their plan, it's just going to happen. It's going to turn out that way.
Right.
Just their play styles. Patrick Mahomes, they're in that whole crew, on the Chiefs. They're a powerhouse offense, and that's all you talk about when you talk about Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, is their offense. And some hockey games that happened here recently, Ryan.
Yes. So the Preds had 2 games in the past week after having their game on last Wednesday postponed against the Hurricanes. They lost both games. Lost the first game 7-0.
That's big.
They got shut out. They allowed 5 power play goals on 8 penalties. So big downfall for the Preds defense.
7-0.
Yes, and then they lost on Sunday night, 3-2. Once again to the Dallas Stars.
Well, it's better than 7-0. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big comeback for the Preds, but still not where they want to be.
Very much so. I'm Cameron.
I'm Ryan.
And this has been CRC Sports News, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome to Backstage BNN. I'm Logan, and I'm your average camera guy. This is the beginner guide to how cameras work and the best beginner camera in my opinion. The best beginner camera, in my opinion, is the Canon EOS M50. It'll run you about $459 refurbished or $649 brand new, which sounds like a lot to a bunch of high schoolers, but in the realm of professional photography, it's actually pretty cheap. This is a lens. A lens is a tool used to bring light into the fixed focal point in a film camera. The lens sends the light to the film strip, while in a digital camera, like a DSLR or mirrorless camera, the lens directs the light to the digital sensor. So pretty much a lens is used for zooming in, doing a wide angle shot, or just focusing on whatever you want to take a photo of. This is a flash. A flash is used to illuminate darker areas or objects in darker areas to take cleaner photos with less shadows. And then this is the camera. A digital camera takes light and focuses it via the lens onto the sensor made out of silicone. It is made up of a grid of tiny photosites that are sensitive to light. Each photosite is usually called a pixel, a contraction of picture element. There are millions of these individual pixels in the sensor for a DSLR camera or a mirrorless camera. And here's some info on this camera. This camera sports dual pixel CMOS AF for fast, accurate autofocus that helps you get the photo you want right as the movement happens. It also has 241 megapixels APS-C CMOS sensors, and the DIGIC 8 image processor delivers incredible color, clear details, and stunning range. It also has a very angled touchscreen LCD, has a flexible tilt range, ideal for high angle and low angle shooting, and reviewing your photos. Built-in high-resolution electronic viewfinder features approximately 2,360,000 dots to see high amounts of detail when capturing. This is the beginner guide to how cameras work and the best beginner camera in my opinion. And this was Backstage BNN with your host, Logan Hazard.